Hey, Tim here from Expert Power Wash in Portland, Oregon. Hey, I'm working on a form today that might be of use to any of you newer guys, anybody that's starting out in the business that's looking for a quick, easy sales budgeting form. You want to figure out your expenses. You basically key in the number that you plan on doing in sales, and it kind of auto populates as far as expenses, taxes, that type of thing. So if you are new or starting out, or you are a sole proprietor, you're doing this on your own, take a look at this form. If you're running a larger company, this may not be the form for you, and I'm sure you're going to be talking to your bookkeeper. You'll have a lot more complicated tracking forms in place to manage your finances of your business. Plan on doing 150,000 for 2020. So all we're going to do is we're going to enter in 150,000 there, and you can kind of see how this auto populates. So net profit's going to be 61,912. Let's change that just to show you that it's changing up. So 148,000. We'll kind of leave that there and kind of walk you through some of how this works. So, and a lot goes into coming up with this number as far as, what'd you do last year? Is there a percentage increase? Market research, all that good stuff. So, anyways, after you do all that, you come up with a number. We're going to say 148 here. And what I did here is that these are just percentages of your operating expenses or yearly expenses. So insurances, if you got bonding, if you're running insurance on the truck. So what I did is I just put in 2%. And this number will change depending on what that number is up there. So insurances I have at 2,960. Before we start tearing apart all these figures or what percentage, everybody's business is going to be a little bit different. Just for the sake of demonstration, this one's 2%. And some of these are probably pretty close. I did some adding things up and kind of calculated on my own. And that's kind of how I came up with these percentages. Of course, some of them won't change, some of them will. You may pay the same as for your insurance and your license every year, so it won't be based on a percentage. Anyway, so gas, in order to do 148,000, I got this at 10,360, 7% of total sales. Chemicals and soaps I have at 5%, so 7,400 of the 148, and so on. You can go on down the list. Website. Some of you guys that are wanting just to build your own website, you'll save a lot of money here. $2,220. A lot of people are using WordPress. I'm actually having somebody manage my site. I think it's going to be a better bang for the buck. SEO, all that good stuff. So it's generally about $125 a month is what that is. But when I did the initial figures, I figured that it was 1.5%. And I imagine as you scale up and do more and more sales that you'll want to invest some more money into your website, more than just 125 a month. So that could be SEO, that could be making the site better, adding pages, what have you. CRM, I am using House Call Pro. And again, I just kind of base this on some of my own figures. Some of it won't change, but as you get bigger, you may want to add more features. I'm generally paying about $50 a month. Don't hold me exactly to that number, but I put it at a 0.5% is what your CRM is going to be, your customer relation management. Utilities, phone, internet, again, 0.5, so these numbers are going to be about the same. Accounting, so obviously as you get bigger, you're going to spend more. So I put that in as 1%. I got 1,480. You may be paying an accountant. You may be paying a CPA, bookkeeper. That number could go up or down depending on what you're paying in your local area. Advertising. This is an area here if you're going to get out there and hustle, door knock, clip flyers, whatever methods of advertising, this is going to be drastically different depending on your business. So I just put this as a generous 10%. So you can see advertising is going to be the biggest expense as far as getting new customers, getting new business. 14,800. Looks like a lot of money. Again, you can save money here. Uh, a lot of times, the guys that are willing to spend and invest in the advertising are going to be the guys that are making the most amount of money. So you can knock this down to 5%. Of course, you'd cut that down. It would be 7,400 memberships. And this, as you grow, you may join other organizations, and I'm not necessarily talking about pressure washing related. I know that I am part of one. It's the BNI, and then also the chamber. If you want to join the chamber, whatever your membership dues are, I put that in about 1%. Being part of your community and networking, that's going to drive business. Possibly, what you could do is this 1% investment could impact this and bring this investment down under the 10%. Supplies maintenance, 5%. I got that in there as 7,400. So total expenses is $54,020, and that's about 36.5% of your total expense, or total 36.5% of your total amount of sales plan. So if you want to do 148,000, make sure you guys are setting some money aside. Don't be blowing it all. Over a third of your money obviously is going to be in expenses. So when you take this, you minus this, you're going to get down to 93,980. And the taxes, this is going to, again, drastically vary depending on where you're at. I just put a general number in. This calculates at 35%. As far as taxes, you should have a tax account. You should have an accountant. You should have a CPA. Don't take any tax advice from me. I'm not claiming that I know anything about taxes, and this is better left to a professional. So with that out of the way, this is just calculated at 35%. That works out to be about $32,893. So when you take your taxes out of there, that brings you down to $61,087 with a profit margin of 41%. So again, this is based on somebody that's just starting out. You are a owner operator. This is your first, second, third year into business. You haven't added any employees yet. You can kind of see everybody's market's going to be a little bit different. So say you could do 200 per truck. So let's just key that in there, 200,000. So $200,000 in sales is going to get you roughly $82,550 in profit. Again, we just kept the margin there. It's based on some of these percentages. Just kept the margin at 41%. So you can kind of see how these things change. You're going to spend more in gas. Obviously, you're going to the supplies are going to add up a lot more, but the percentages stay the same. Advertising budget, again, that goes up to 20 grand off of 200,000. So if you guys found this useful, give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to help people out more and more with some of this stuff. This stuff, I really haven't seen a video about basic pressure washing budgeting for your business. This is kind of stuff I just made up on my own. If it was helpful, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. I just wanted to make something super easy. You guys could just key in just one number, and it kind of breaks down exactly how much money would go into your pocket. Estimated money into your pocket. Again, you could make a form like this. You could play with the percentages and kind of break it down and see how much money you need to do for your business to make the amount of money that you want. So this number is not this number. Just because you're making $250,000 in sales doesn't mean that you're putting $250,000 in your pocket. If you are, you got some serious problems in your business. So again, hey, I hope this was helpful to you guys. This number here, it goes into a little more depth. I have another sheet that I'm working on as far as planning out your sales budget. Once you come to this number, you can plan out your sales plan throughout the rest of the year, month by month, depending on what percentage of business comes from each month. And then you can kind of track month by month where you have to be to hit your plan. And if you're below, you're going to work a Saturday or Sunday, or you're going to get out and hustle a little bit more. You're going to look at this stuff and make sure this stuff's in line. Maybe you're going to spend more on advertising. So, hey, hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy. Talk to you later.